It's Lara Croft, and I'm looking for the lost tomb of the god of the porcelain throne. And I've found it.
Welcome to Classic Game Room. This is Tomb Raider with Lara Croft, who's like a busty version of Pitfall Harry from the Pitfall series. But can she jump over alligators?
I don't know, but she looks better wriggling her way through tight spaces. Tomb Raider! You know, I've never been a fan of this series. Until now, so take that into account as I lavish this game with non-stop praise. Simply put, Tomb Raider rocks. For starters, it's one of the few games that actually has good storytelling.
Great. Any ideas?
No, none at all. I'm a complete idiot. But nobody is this good looking and talented except maybe Bruce Campbell. Lara Croft is not the female Indiana Jones, she's the female James Bond. She can do everything, including being attacked by wolves, drowning, getting impaled. At times, I'm not really sure if the developers like her at all or not. I could just see the meetings, like, let's put her into a giant blender. Tomb Raider is a surprisingly gruesome game. Made all the more shocking because she's a pretty girl. But this pretty girl will give Rambo a run for his money. She's a one-woman killing machine, and I like the not-so-subtle nod to Rambo 3. And she's better with a bow and arrow than Stallone ever was. Tomb Raider, it's a reboot of the series and easily one of the best games of the year. And it's early in the year, so all the other big-budget titles have something to aim for. The back of the packaging says, a survivor is born. Experience Lara Croft's intense origin from a young woman to a hardened survivor. So if you believe their marketing, she's like a younger, less experienced, timid, frail, delicate flower. And doesn't it look like that on screen? I love the plot, though. It's a great single-player game with a good campaign, as Lara Croft and a crew are stranded on this mysterious island, which is like King Kong meets Heart of Darkness. It's a great story, as Lara tries to escape from this place, only to find that it just keeps descending into madness. It's like Far Cry except less silly, and I really expected her to be shaving her head at the end of the game while being worshipped by the natives. I've always felt that Lara Croft in Tomb Raider was overrated with great marketing and crappy movies. And the games just, to me never really lived up to it. Like, whoopee-doo, there's puzzle solving and adventure. I don't care. I'd rather blow things up. Well, this game has all of that, and it's just done incredibly well. The gameplay and the controls are excellent. The environment is just incredible. But what really ties it all together is a plot that you actually care about. This is the kind of game that you can't put down once you start playing it. You need to see Tomb Raider through to the end. Which is why a friend sent me a link to a corporate review I got a huge kick out of, because the writer wrote half the review based off of Square Enix's marketing and the other half on the first 15 minutes of the game, and then slapped a number rating on it. The ascension to video game hero isn't the plot. The escape of this crazy island is the plot. But you have to play the game for more than an hour to see why you don't want to build a summer home here. Tomb Raider sets an example for other big-budget video games in the modern era. If you expect people to shell out big bucks for a AAA title, give them a game that doesn't suck. Give them a great story and a compelling character with lots of things to do. You have an enormous island at your disposal to explore, destroy. You learn skills throughout the game, so there's parts of the island you can't get to right away. You can go back to them. And while this has multiplayer, it's not a multiplayer game. Come on, that's what like Halo and Call of Duty are for. Don't let the overhyped Lara Croft fool you. Tomb Raider is a badass game. Lara Croft is not just a pretty face with a tight shirt and short shorts. She's the kind of girl that RoboCop respects. You never know what could be lurking in a toilet. Tomb Raider deserves more than 15 minutes and a number rating. It's an amazing game, and experiencing the insanity and mayhem of this island firsthand, or at least sitting on your couch pretending you're experiencing it firsthand, is what it's all about. And obviously, as you can see, it looks good. The music is perfect, the surround sound effects are immersive and well done, and the voice acting is also solid. It's not a game for the squeamish or youngsters. I think I impaled myself during the parachute scene 50 times until I figured that out. But it is a game for those of you who think that life has been sucked out of the video game industry. The big-budget action game with a single-player campaign is alive and well, provided you're playing Tomb Raider.